Okay, let's dive into something that, well, if you're a Python developer, you've definitely felt this pain. We're talking about managing project dependencies. It's a topic that can feel like chaos, but today, we're going to bring some order to it. We're going to tame that fire.
And you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from a user on Reddit, which was even echoed by the founder of Anaconda, it perfectly captures that raw frustration. It's a feeling that has haunted Python development for years. But, and this is the important part, things are finally getting a whole lot better.
So even though it can feel like a total mess, we've got a roadmap. We're going to start by really looking at the problem, then cover the two big ideas that changed everything. After that, we'll check out the modern tools we have today, and we'll wrap up with a clear, straightforward answer on what you should probably be using.
So to really appreciate the solutions, we have to sit with the problem for a minute. Why does it feel like this? What are the actual specific things that cause all this agony?
You know the ones. It's that infamous line, but it works on my machine. Or that, that heart-stopping moment when you run a simple pip install, and suddenly your entire operating system is acting weird. The core issue here is that Python, by default, just throws everything into one big global folder. This creates a battleground where different projects need different versions of the same package, making it almost impossible to share your work with your team and have it just work.
So what's the first rule of firefighting? Containment. You've got to isolate the fire. And that brings us to the first hero of our story, the whole idea of project isolation. The key to this is the virtual environment. It's a simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful. Think of it like a clean, self-contained bubble for your project. It's just a directory that holds its own version of Python and all the specific packages that one single project needs, completely walled off from everything else on your system.
And here's why that's a game changer. Without them, you've got Project A needing an old version of Django, and Project B needing the latest and greatest, and they're both duking it out in that one messy global room. But with virtual environments, each project gets its own pristine private space with the exact Django version it needs. No more fights, no more mess.
And honestly, getting started with Python's built-in tool, venv, is dead simple. It's literally 3 steps. You create the environment, you activate it, which is like stepping inside that bubble, and then you just install whatever you need. From then on, pip only touches things inside that one project.
Okay, so our projects are now safely in their own little bubbles. But what about the packages themselves? This brings us to the second huge improvement in the Python world.
For a long time, installing a package was like getting furniture from IKEA. You'd get the source code, all the raw parts and pieces, and you had to build it yourself. A lot of the time, you'd need special tools, like a C compiler, and things could go wrong. The modern way is the wheel format. This is like getting that furniture delivered, but it's already pre-assembled. You just take it out of the box and it's ready to go.
Okay, but is it really that big of a deal? Does this pre-assembly actually make a difference? How much faster are we talking?
Oh yeah, it's a huge difference. Take a complex library like cryptography. Installing it from a pre-built wheel can be up to 8 times faster than trying to build it from the source code on your machine. That doesn't just save you time, it gets rid of a ton of potential errors during installation.
So how does pip know which pre-assembled part to grab for your computer? Well, the magic is baked right into the file name. It's this super detailed name that tells pip everything it needs to know. The package name, the version, what Python version it works with, the OS, all of it. It's a brilliant little system that makes sure you get the right part every single time.
Okay, so we have virtual environments for isolation and wheels for fast installs. Those are the big fundamental building blocks. But, of course, the Python community didn't stop there. They've built an entire ecosystem of even more powerful tools on top of that foundation.
And that, of course, leads to this feeling. This Reddit comment just nails the sense of fatigue people get. It feels like every year there's a new, shiny tool that promises to fix everything, and it's exhausting to keep up. So to cut through that noise, let's just map it out. You've got your basics, pip and venv, which are built right into Python. Then you've got these all-in-one project managers, like Poetry and Hatch. And now there are these new players that are getting all the attention. Uv, which is all about pure, mind-blowing speed, and Pixie, which serves the very specific needs of data science. And people are really loving these new tools. Take Uv. It's written in Rust, which makes it incredibly fast, and it aims to just replace pip, venv, and a bunch of other tools with one single command.
And as this user says, once you try it, the speed and simplicity make it really hard to go back to the old way.
Then you have Conda and its modern replacement, Pixie. Their superpower is that they manage more than just Python stuff, and this is absolutely essential for data science. If your project needs a specific version of NVIDIA's CUDA toolkit to run on a GPU, Pip can't help you, but Pixie can. It handles the whole environment, Python and non-Python parts alike.
All right, so after that tour through the modern toolkit, it all comes down to the big question, right? Let's cut to the chase. For your next project, what should you actually be using?
Well, for all the debate out there, the consensus right now is actually refreshingly simple. For most Python projects, your web apps, your APIs, your scripts, pretty much anything, the recommendation is UV. The speed is just a massive quality of life upgrade. And if you're in data science, machine learning, or anything that needs those heavy non-Python dependencies, Pixie is the way to go, hands down.
So it really seems like, while the core complexity of Python's ecosystem is still there, the tools we have to fight it have gotten so much better. We've gone from having a leaky bucket of water to having these high-tech, specialized fire extinguishers. Which kind of leaves us with a final question to think about. Is that dumpster fire finally out, or are we just getting really, really good at putting it out?